San Francisco is a very good team. They have good post players. They rebound at an elite level. So we knew that we were going to have our work cut out for us coming into the game. I thought we did a really good job adjusting in the second half. San Francisco came out and punched first. Thought they got some low post touches, and then some confusion where they got some layups. We talked about that at halftime, and just really proud of the way we came back and we corrected the things that we needed to correct.
Coach, this marks your 100th career win at home with the Aztecs.
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel to reach such an honorable achievement?
It's awesome. It's a great accomplishment. I think that we've had some really great players and some fabulous coaches that have come through here, and definitely have worked with me and helped me get that. But we talk a lot about, it's not about individual accomplishments. It's about the we over the me. And I thought today's game really embodied that. I have this bracelet that I'll give you guys one. On the inside, it says, sometimes you, sometimes me, always us. And I thought, some of our star players didn't play well tonight, but our freshman class stepped up. And that's really what it's about. Every night, there could be a different leading scorer. And that's kind of the persona and the mantra that we're taking on this year. Sometimes you, sometimes me, but it's always about us. And I told them, our goal is to win championships here with this team. And in 15 years, when they come back and they raise that banner, or they celebrate us and talk about the banner that we raised, they're not going to worry about who's the leading scorer. So that's kind of what we've been talking about in the locker room. And today I thought this was the epitome of that.
Yeah, and with the slow start, 20% shooting in the first quarter, what did it take for the team to kind of settle in and get used to all of the size and length that USF had all over the court?
We just had a reality check at halftime. Hey, this is what we need to do. Remember, this is the game plan. This is what we're asking you guys to do. We've watched all this film. I need you guys to lock in here. And, even though we weren't shooting the ball well, we were down 6 and still scored 30. So we knew that we had what we needed to get there. We just needed them to kind of lock in and change the mentality. And they did. I mean, it's so fun to see the upperclassmen cheering for the freshmen. It was great to see Bailey get her first bucket. And I thought Kaylin played like I know she can. And then Nat was just phenomenal. So I'm just really excited about those kids to have the night that they had. And I tell them all the time, I'm really excited about this team and the potential.
Speak about the effort on the defensive end, too, because 12 turnovers forced in the first half, 20 for the game. That turns into 18 points for y'all.
Well, I mean, Callie Clark, the addition, she just helps us with the low post presence. And if you could see, we were subbing to make sure that she was on DeSantos because she's such a big time low post presence. But I thought AD, Kim, Bailey, and Callie all did a good job of trying to take away the low post. They actually stopped going to it and try to attack us off the bounce. So we locked in there. Our bigs are doing a great job. Our guards, when we're little, you notice we're getting posted up a lot. So we'll continue to work on that and get better. But I felt like we did a good job taking them out of what they wanted to do and go into the low post. And that's really just as long as they're taking contested shots and we're boxing out, we're going to have a good opportunity to win.
And then as far as getting settled into the game, Adriana contributed, I think, 11 points in the second quarter. How do you feel that helped push you guys forward and kind of getting into the
It's
game?
Interesting that you talk about AD because last year she's such a dynamic scorer. She's fun. She was hyped herself, but I also thought she played phenomenal defense. We don't mention that enough. She's made a huge jump defensively this year, and I thought she was a lot of the reason why we were getting the stops that we were. So yes, that doesn't surprise me when she does that because I see it every day in practice, but what has been the most pleasant surprise is her attention to detail on the defensive end.
This is a team that was out rebounding opponents by 16 on average coming into the game, and after the ISU game last
it looked like we couldn't rebound.
Well, I mean, just talk about what you saw from the effort, up and down, guards, forwards towards getting the ball and keeping those opportunities there.
It's been the emphasis since we've played Idaho State. I mean, we watched film on the rebounding. I thought our guards did a better job of getting in the mix and at least creating some bobbles so we can go get it, they're just growing up. They're growing up. We have a lot of young people. We have a great group of vets, but we have a lot of young people. So getting them together, I told them, I said, we're not even playing our best basketball yet, but we're playing good enough to continue to win. As long as we're getting better every game, we're going to be okay.
You spoke about the freshmen. You have both Nat and Naomi who score in double digits for the first time in their Sdsu career. First bucket for Bailey. Kaylin with several impactful plays on both sides of the court.
Heck yeah.
Just 4 games into the season, what are you seeing from that freshman group?
We love this freshman class. And, and Bailey, we were going to sit Bailey because we know how good she's going to be, but we decided that we needed her this year. So that's why this is the first opportunity that she's been on the court. But she just has a knack for the ball rebounding. She's not afraid. She has a toughness that I love. It's almost like she's, you know, what do I want to say? She just doesn't even understand what could be hard. She just is going to run it over and go through it. And the confidence and the toughness that those four have are going to be the class that's going to lead us to, you know, in the future. So I'm excited that I was able to play them all today. You're going to see a lot of them this season. But they're just a really good group of kids that work really hard. And I love that we have 2 San Diego kids on our team. I need San Diego to come out and support because, you know, they're going to be really, really good.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
I guess, you know, what was your reaction and take when Natalie hit that 3-point shot and the and one?
You know, we've been having a couple of those. Aaron's got a couple of those throughout the season already, and it was just a big time play, and it really started to, well, I think the momentum had already shifted, but that kind of solidified that. You know, I thought Naomi's 3 in the corner was a big time 3. Kaylin's layups, a couple of those. I mean, the freshmen made some big time plays today, so I'm really proud of all of them.
And then just last thing, first time since 1992 that the Aztecs are 4-0 to start the season. You know, what's a 90s song that you would suggest the team give a
Oh
listen
my
to
gosh.
here?
Anything Whitney Houston. I'm a big Whitney Houston girl. So anything Whitney Houston, Janet Jackson, old school R&B, that's where I'm at.
Well, Nat, 14 points. You set a new career high, all of them coming in the second half. What was feeling good for you today?
Definitely my teammates help uplift me. On the bench, we do our chants and everything. But, yeah, definitely the energy towards the second half was there.
And then coming into the fourth quarter, you hit an and 1-3 that really got, you know, the crowd on their feet. Kind of take me through that moment.
I'm not going to lie, I was going to use the screen. I felt like she went under a little too much. So I just popped it. And, yeah, no landing space, hit that 3-pointer. And I looked at the ref, seen the foul, and I got hyped.
Seemed like a lot in the second half. The team was doing more of getting to the basket. What was it that y'all did that opened up those opportunities for you and the other guards?
We knew we could be better. We knew what we could do, and attacking is definitely one of our strengths. Attacking, kicking out, looking for the open 3, and we knew we had to start throwing the first punch.
In the early goings, you know, 20% from the field in the first quarter, you know, tough sledding. What was San Francisco doing at the start that gave you issues that you were able to figure out as the game went on?
I think at first it was just on us. We were a little hesitant, had to ease into the game, and we should have done that from the beginning, but we picked it up.
And then the Dons were able to shoot nearly 70% in the first half. What was your defensive mindset coming into the third quarter?
We have to know who the shooter is. We have to do better in scout, but I felt like going into the third and fourth quarter, we adjusted, and, yeah, we did what we had to do.
Is there any extra motivation playing against hometown team?
Definitely. I mean, Bay Area kid playing against a Bay Area team, I knew I had to get out there.
And just how cool was it, you know, with all of the impact that all 4 of the freshmen that played in the game had today? You know, Naomi going for 11 as well, Bailey getting his first collegiate bucket, Kaylin showing out when she was on there.
Yeah, we're definitely a tight-knit freshman group. So we support and we cheer on everyone's accomplishments. So when we seen Bailey got her first bucket, Kay starting to get in the rhythm, Nate hitting those shots, everybody was hyped for each other.
And just what does it do when you see, you know, some of the veterans like Kazada, like Sheffy, you know, kind of holding the ship and setting the table for y'all to have the opportunity to take the game over?
Yeah, they definitely set the tone. We knew Stacie would be mad if there was a drop-off, so all the freshmen had to be locked in.
And then, what kind of advice do the veterans give you, you know, going into the game as a freshman, you know?
Yeah, it's funny because me and Megan talk about this all the time. She's probably the best person. Like, if I do wrong in practice, if I do wrong in games, she's always there picking me up. So definitely next play, you know, idea going in. If I make a mistake, next play, Nat. All the vets have been really helpful with that.
This is the first time since 1992 that San Diego State started 4-0. Do you have a favorite, like, 90s song or anything?
Oh, 90s song? Wait, I don't know, but I think it's an 80s song, Rockin'. It's something like I Like Rock and Roll. You know that song? That was my pregame song today. So, yeah, definitely got to go in with the rock and roll Brain Stew by Green Day.
That's good 90s right there.
It is good 90s. Love Green Day.